In today's video we take a closer look at the Lumintop flashlight, the SD26. That's knife collector here. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Henk from the Chinese retailer Banggood. I will put a link in the description box. They sent this flashlight to me, the SD26 Lumintop. It is a pretty advanced flashlight with several modes and a maximum output of 1000 lumen. And we will take a look at the specifications, the modes, the ergos, and talk about some background information about the specifications, etc. So keep tuned if you are interested in a very good flashlight, in my opinion. First, let's take a closer look at the package in which the flashlight comes. It is all packaged in this box, very sturdy cardboard box, and it mentions the name and the SKU. The flashlight comes in this box. This is the cover. It's a sturdy cardboard box. In the box, a foam insert for the flashlight and a smaller cardboard box which contains the extra parts. These are the parts the flashlight comes with. First of all, a nice sturdy pouch to attach to your belt, which can contain the flashlight with Velcro. Then a lanyard to attach to the flashlight, together with a ring, metal ring, which can be attached to the flashlight as well. Then it contains a set of O-rings for the front cap and the rear cap. And this is the USB cable to charge the flashlight or the battery. And a small instruction manual, which is very simple and contains the instructions to operate the flashlight in 2 languages, Chinese and English, but very simple. Maybe you already noticed that there was no battery in the package containing. It's due to the fact that the package is shipped without battery. So you have to buy your own battery, and I think it might be due to the fact that shipping of batteries needs special requirements because of the danger of exploding the batteries, etc. I'm not sure about that, but I think that could be the reason. This flashlight operates on the 26650 battery, and that's a very special battery with a very long runtime compared to, for example, 50 batteries, 550 batteries, etc. The 26650 has a way longer runtime than all the other batteries. Further on, the SD26 uses the XPL high density LED, Cree LED, and it's a very special LED, light emitting diode. This is the best performing diode in Cree's high density class of LEDs, and is designed and optimized to deliver maximum output in a small form factor. It is the first LED to produce up to 2000 lumens per watt at a working milliamperage of 350. So it's a very high performing LED technology that is used in this flashlight. The lamp has quite some modes. It has 5 modes, standard modes. The first one is 1 lumen, and with the 26650 battery on 1 lumen it can run 45 days. Then it has the mode of 45 lumen, and then it runs 60 hours. The mode 170 lumen, then it runs 18 hours. 530 lumen, and it will run for 4.5 hours. And on 1000 lumen, the last mode is 1000 to 600 lumen, and is depending on the heat it produces. So the microprocessor in the flashlight can adjust the lumen output depending on the produced heat, and then it runs at least 1.6 hours to 3.3 hours. So very good performance for such a high output, high lumen output. Then some more specs. The working voltage is 2.8 to 8.4 volt. The flashlight is made from aerospace aluminum alloy construction. The used light emitting diode is the Crease XP-L high density. It has a peak beam intensity of 10,600 candela. The impact resistance is 1.5 meter, or I think 1.6 yard. And then something, and it is waterproof according to the Ipx 8 standard, so it's submersible at least till 2 meters. And the Ipx standard tells us that it can be submerged for 4 hours to some depth greater than 1 meter. This one will go to 2 meter. The size of the flashlight is 123 millimeter by 38 millimeter by 33 millimeter, and 123 millimeter is of course the length, and the 33 millimeter is the body diameter. About the peak beam intensity, that's interesting, I think. You have the lumen output. It says something about the produced light in the beam, but the peak beam intensity says a lot more about how far can you see, how much can you see with the light produced. I'm not an expert, by the way, by far. I've not a technology study or whatever. I just know what I googled on the internet. But anyway, the beam distance, the range 205 meter, and it's according to the ANSI standard, and that is the distance in meters at which the flashlight produces a light intensity of a quarter lux. This is equal about what you can see with the full moon, and So that is the beam distance, and then it is measured in candela, so not in lumens. The runtime of the Cree LED is 50,000 hours, and that is at least 2100 days full continue usage. The aluminum housing has a hard anodized finish, and it's constructed to ensure that to ensure the best heat dissipation, so it doesn't get too hot. It uses a reflector to accomplish the longer beam distance. The glass is a double-sided AR coated tempered window which will resist impact and thermal shock, and it maximizes the light transmission. And then the 26650 battery can be charged by the Intelligent Lion lithium-ion battery charging circuit with micro USB. The micro USB port is water resistant. I think I covered the most important specs. Okay, then to the flashlight. This is the cap for the USB micro port, and I forgot to mention when I showed what the package contains, I forgot to mention it also has a spare cap for in case something happens to this one. And then this is the operating button. With this button you can select all modes of the flashlight. Then the flashlight, the housing can be opened with the end cap, and this one also is provided with an O-ring for the water resistance. It is spring loaded, the end cap, and then you also can remove the top cap, which provides the circuit for the USB charging. And then the battery used will be the 26650. I purchased this one. Let me see. Focus. The Ultrafire BRC 26650, 5000 milliamp, 3.7 volt lithium ion. So let's load the battery. Close it, and the flashlight is ready to use. So this button is used to select the modes. Just press it to turn it on. It has a memory, so when I select a mode I often use, next time I turn it on, it will turn on with the last selected mode. To walk through the modes, this is the moon glow mode of 1 lumen. Just to select the modes I only have to press once on the button. So this will be the 45 lumen mode. Then this will be the 170 lumen mode. And this will be the 530 lumen mode, and this is the 1000 lumen mode. I hope it shows on cam. Just to show the light produced, you don't want to shine this in your eyes on the high mode because it's very bright. And then to press it to select the next mode, and then it is again on the moon glow mode of 1 lumen. To put it off, I press the button for 2 seconds and it's off. Then there are a few hidden modes, and first of all you have to press the button for at least 3 seconds, and then it starts with strobe. Another press and it produces the international SOS signal with 3 short, 3 long, 3 short flashes, and then another press on the button and it produces just a signal, a continuous signal. As you can see. And this is called the aviation signal. And another 2 seconds on the button and it's switched off. I have this flashlight at home for about 6 or 7 days now. I've used it every night when I'm walking the dogs, and for me it's very easy to operate. I think this way of operating with the button very easy. It took me 15 minutes to get used to the pressing for 2 seconds, for 3 seconds, etc. And it produces very much light in the dark. And I didn't measure the beam distance of 205 meters, but I think it's pretty accurate because I could see very far away with the flashlight in the absolute darkness. I have 2 small dogs, 2 very small dogs with grey and black color, so very hard to see in the dark when you're walking them. And I never walk them leashed, they are always walking free. One of them is a male and he likes to wander around and get behind or way in front of me. He's grey and very hard to see in the dark, but with this flashlight I could follow him everywhere. So I think this is a very nice flashlight, very good flashlight. I've informed with a few people who are more experienced in flashlights, and they told me that the price range for this flashlight is quite good, because this flashlight will cost you around $58 at Banggood, and I will provide the link in the description box. The ergos are great, really great, and I think I can recommend this flashlight. So I hope it will help you in selecting a flashlight for your own. Yeah, I like it very much. It's very sturdy, compact, sturdy, hand-filled, and I think I like it more than a smaller flashlight. I use this a lot lately, but I think I like this one more. First of all, the ergos are better. I have to turn this light and it begins to getting some trouble getting it on. The way of operating it with turning I don't like, and this one for me it's very easy to operate. So I hope you liked the video. That's it for now. Peak beam intensity is measured in candela. It's a measurement of luminous intensity at the middle of the flashlight beam, and the unit of luminous intensity, candela, is a measurement of energy. Lumen is light output is a measurement of luminous flux using an integrating sphere. The unit of luminous flux, lumen, is a measurement of energy. Beam distance, measured in meters, is defined as the distance from the flashlight where illuminance is equivalent to a full moon on a clear night. And then runtime is measured in hours. Runtime is defined as the amount of time rounded to the nearest quarter hour until output drops below 10%. And water resistant is an Ipx rating, is stated using the IP rating system, and 3 ratings are used. Ipx4 is water resistant or water splashed from all directions. Ipx7 is waterproof or temporary submersion at 1 meter for 30 minutes. And Ipx8 is submersible or continuous submersion at some specific depth for 4 hours. Impact resistance is measured in meter, and impact resistant is tested with drops onto a concrete surface at the specified height with all intended accessories including the batteries installed. So light output or lumen versus the peak beam intensity. Although higher output seems like it should correspond to higher intensity, a light with more lumens is not necessarily brighter. And here is why. Light output is determined by the total amount of light coming out of the front of the flashlight and is related to the LED's efficiency and how much power it uses. And peak beam intensity represents brightness as perceived by the human eye and is related to how the beam is focused by the optical system, such as the reflector, the lens, or other optical things. So which is more important? Light output can be thought of as raw material, but it's how that light is dispersed that determines usefulness. So peak beam intensity is more useful to determine if it's a very bright light for your eyes. For example, the output of a laser or a spot or a focus beam or whatever, it differs.